go again.
Then again.
When I walk outside with my head in the clouds, everywhere I go, I keep singing out. Good day. I'm gonna sing all my blues away. Everything's alright when I got you by my side. It's gonna be a good day. Sing it. Everything's alright when I got you by my side. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day.
Hello everyone and welcome to Frontier Unlocked. It is the 7th one of the year. We've flown through the year and welcome back,
Thank you.
Chantel. It's a big one, everyone. Chat. We've been watching chat go nuts. We are keeping an eye. So yes, we have a lot of Planet Coaster 2 information for you today. You're going to be eating very, very well. Love to the chat. I saw in there Sammy said love Frontier, so love back to you, Sammy. I've been told apparently this is something to do with my generation. The heart I use is I don't know what it is, but love back to you. So we've got a lot of stuff to go through. We've got some guests for you as well. We've got some gameplay to show you as well, but we've got some housekeeping as well, haven't we, Chantel? So do you want to go through some of the bits?
Everything. So to start, we have a paint job for Elite Dangerous, and it is called the Solar Beam. And this is available for the Anaconda and the Federal Corvette as well. So nice, fancy new ship paint.
There we go. So just watch the show for 20 minutes. I'm sure you will, because there's a lot to watch, and you will earn that drop. So just remember to claim it, otherwise you won't be able to have it. So just watching 20 minutes will earn you those drops. We also have a competition coming up, and it's filled with actually some really, really cool prizes this time to celebrate the announce of Planet Coaster 2. Right. Now, look, I've been really excited to talk about Planet Coaster 2 because ever since we did Unlocked, show number 1, I heard people in chat telling me, please announce Planet Coaster 2. It's not down to me to announce Planet Coaster 2. It's the guys that are building the game, make the game, right? But anyways, we're here now. I've been waiting to say this for a long time, haven't I?
You
Can I say it?
Of course you
Can I say
can.
it? All right. World premiere.
Hi, I'm Rich Newbold, Game Director.
And I'm Adam Woods, Senior Executive Producer, and we are really excited to show you the very first look at Planet Coaster 2 in this first deep dive video. We're going to take a look at the combination of water parks and roller coaster parks. So let's dive in. Rich, what is Planet Coaster 2?
Planet Coaster 2 is the sequel to the original Planet Coaster, the game we all know and love. It's a creative management sim about building and designing those amazing theme parks, kind of running a successful park, making sure your guests are happy and spending money so you can keep building it and expanding it. And it's about sharing those creations as well. And in Planet Coaster 2, we're bringing those amazing water parks that have been requested by our community for many years now into a game that you know and love.
Speaking of water parks, we are here already in the water park area of this theme park that we've built already. This is a work in progress sandbox from one of our development builds, but you can see our guests are already enjoying the pool that I've placed here. Pop that down quite quickly using the new pool tool, where you can place geometric shapes or custom shapes as well, kind of building to your heart's content really. In the back we have body flumes. These are constructed piece by piece, just like the roller coaster tracks you can see in the far distance as well, allowing me full creativity. I choose exactly how I want that slide to look and to work. I do have to balance, of course, excitement, fear and nausea, right? We don't want to over excite our guests, or maybe they do. Guests will have certain preferences and tolerances to that. And we also have the rather incredible looking drop piece at the top here, vertical drop piece. Guests get in, and they come shooting down the slide out into the splash pool at the end there. I think we get a good view from that point, I think, don't we? There we go. Would you go on that?
That is not the kind of ride that appeals to me. I get motion sick and I'm afraid of heights. So neither of those things have made this flume appealing to me.
You'll also notice that we have the ability to have transparent sections of the flume as well. This is all kind of inspired by real life flumes and real life water parks. And you can, as you clearly can see here, you can also change the colours, creating a really vibrant and interesting part of your water park.
Bringing water to Planet Coaster 2 has been really exciting. It's been great. It's been a challenge as well of how we provide tools for players to create those kind of authentic looking pools of water that you see in water parks. Those kind of, sometimes they're geometric shape, they're kind of square or rectangular, or they have these kind of natural kidney bean shapes as well, making sure we have tools that allow players to build those kind of pools in their water parks. It's also how they look. And we want to make them look visually appealing for our guests. We wanted an aesthetic that is kind of that vibrant blue water that you see in that idealistic water park that we all have in our minds as well, and making sure that it looks amazing and interacts well with your guests, whether it's on a flume or as they're jumping into from the side as they cannonball in and things like that. So it's been great bringing that through development from a kind of basic prototype to something that looks visually amazing as well.
I think it was also an interesting point to think about the management element of what a water park needs. You know, we have the new lifeguard, the new staff type, right, which has its safety conscious people will always want to make sure that, you know, guests are okay in the pool. So you have your lifeguard station, which is manned by a lifeguard. I think they're out currently making sure someone's not panicking too much in the water. And there's also the economy side of the water park and how that helps me expand my park even further. We have guest services, which are the areas where you'll buy the pool passes now, so I can monetize access to the pools and, you know, keep my economy going. We've got a new shop, Splash Emporium, buying all those inflatables ready to use in the pool as well.
Always need those for a pool, and as you say, there's the economy aspect as well, making sure you've got the price point for those things right, so that they're appealing to your guests, but also high enough so that you can kind of make as much profit as possible and keep your park economy going.
Some would say the most important part of a water park would be its changing facilities.
I would say the flumes and the pools are the most important part, but
maybe. But if I can't get changed into my Speedos, then I can't get on the flume.
I think we're splitting hairs. Changing rooms are really important, though. I think you're right there.
They are, and they appear in Planet Coaster 2. You have to make sure your guests can access these changing rooms so they can get changed into their costumes and, of course, get changed back into their clothes, ready if they want to enjoy the rest of the park.
One of the important parts of your park are your guests. They're the whole point that we're building these big parks to keep them entertained, keep them spending money, and give them a really thrilling time. In Planet Coaster 2, we've taken the opportunity to rebuild the guests, the kind of the way they look, providing a lot more diversity, representation, and variety in the guests that are in your parks. You're also going to have more feedback into whether they're having a good time or a bad time, and we've also got them being affected by kind of bigger things in the park as well, such as the weather. The water parks giving us an opportunity to have these wonderfully hot, vibrant parks, and in Planet Coaster 2 they'll be a bit affected by things like sunburn, so you've got to make sure that they have access to sun cream to make sure that they don't get burnt, or they've got enough cover from the bright sun.
So this lady's got some Factor 50 on.
I hope so as well.
I think so.
But yeah, they'll also give you that feedback of there being on a ride that's too thrilling or fearful or too nauseating as well. So you'll have that more immediate feedback from the guests themselves onto what kind of time they're having in your park, whether it's a good one or a bad one.
And it's not just guests that we've sort of gone back and looked at refreshing and rebuilding. We've also taken the firm fan favourites of flat rides and coasters over to Planet Coaster 2, but we've rebuilt them really. You know, we've rebuilt them ready for more creative options. You'll see here we've got our teacups, but they look quite wildly different now. This has had a bit of a pass from me on its queue path and on attaching scenery directly to rides now, and blueprints to directly to rides. Really quick and easy. Just pop it on, put it to any of the parts that move, and away it goes. It all moves with it.
Because although this area of the park's using one of our new themes, our aquatic theme, the teacup itself looks like it's aquatic themed as well, but that's not because it's an aquatic teacup. We built the teacups to be planar in this case, to allow us to put the aquatic scenery directly onto the rides. So some of the rides from Planet Coaster 1, from the original one that we've rebuilt, have been kind of pared back to allow us to put those scenery pieces on.
To allow you
Planet
guys
Coaster.
more freedom in how you want to theme it.
Yeah, exactly. It means that you'll have a lot more options now of, I want to take a ride and put it into anywhere in my park, any theme in my park. How do I do that? Well, now I've got more flexibility in putting scenery, putting blueprints on, and having it animate and move around with the ride itself, which is wonderful to see. As you can see here with our teacup, as you say, with the submarine blueprint in the middle of the pedestal.
And I'm sure many eagle-eyed viewers will have noticed that there's patterns on this ride as well. That's another customized option. All rides will come with predefined patterns. You can select it and then it will appear on certain parts of the frame and the teacups as well here. We have the 360 power, another returning favourite in the back as well. You can see another example of how we've used other parts of the aquatic theme to change the look and feel of this ride completely, and it's only one of different themes that are coming in Planet Coaster 2.
Yeah, this one has a gradient pattern on it. We've attached some of the aquatic pieces directly to the back end of the 360 power, so it moves as the thing as it rotates around as well.
And another little example of how just one theme can look so radically different using different colours and different sort of colour palettes and ways between the two here. I suppose I've teased a little bit of what's round.
Yeah, we can see it we can see it over there. You keep moving the camera around to get us all excited about it.
Yes, it's not just standard body flumes that are going to come brand new to Planet Coaster 2. We are also looking at other varieties as well, such as the mega looking up to 6-person raft flume here, complete with, inspired by real life piece, the fly trap. I would definitely go on this.
I think I would brave this one,
right
actually.
up my street. As well as that, we had the plug hole here in the middle. We've got the sphere, and we have the boomerang nestled in the back as well. All inspired by real life water rides in real life. And the other thing you'll notice quite strikingly is that the colour and the patterns on these ones are very different to what we had at the beginning. Again, new customization options to the new rides in Planet Coaster 2 means I can very quickly create these stripe patterns if I so wish to, which gives a real visual panache.
It looks lovely.
To my water park.
It really does. And we have different flumes, different slides, and we have different special pieces for those as well. We don't just have these ones. There's a lot of different pieces.
One of many, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it isn't just flat rides we can customise in Planet Coaster 2. I can now also add my personal touch to any of the coaster cars.
That's right.
I've got my Whirlpool coaster at the back here. It's closed, ready for the guests to get onto, because I was just adding some scenery pieces to it here. It's got an aquatic theme, so I thought I'd add a ring to the front as if it's kind of been constructed or come straight from the factory like that. And we've also got these really lovely light bars from the resort theme, which is one of the other new themes coming to Planet Coaster 2. Yeah. I'll just pop them on the side. And although I do still have all of the advanced object movement tools that we are used to in Planet Coaster, the original one, I didn't actually have to hand place all of these lights down the side. We have very clever tools where I can mirror from this side to the other side instantly. And I can also do twinning, which means it will apply to all of the cars in my train, but I can also then make it affect all trains in the coaster, and that's why in the background you'll also see that the second train has been customized the same. I didn't place all of them down, I placed that one ring and I placed that one light bar, set the right options, and it appears everywhere else.
It's going to be great to see how people, our wonderful community can bring those scenery pieces and blueprints.
Mine is very
yours is very
subdued or subtle.
It is incredible.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
For the time you had to get it.
Thank you.
But with time and imagination, I know the community are going to really put together the scenery pieces, the ability to change the colour, to change the scale of objects now as well, attach them to rides, to coaster cars.
Yeah, we haven't even spoken about scaling. Yeah.
To come up with so many wonderful creations. I'm really looking forward to that. And it's not just about fan favourite rides and fan favourite coasters. We have such a big suite of rides and coasters. We also have new ones as well, such as this Frenzy Thrill ride, which is going to spin our guests on in a terrifying way, in my opinion.
I wouldn't go on
I think
this
they're
one.
excited.
Really? I wouldn't. I am a roller coaster and water ride guy. Flat rides, sometimes my belly's a bit too old these days. I feel a bit sick. The nausea rating on this one probably be a bit too high for me.
But yeah,
Give me a good roller coaster and I'm all right.
For what it's worth, this is one of my favourite rides in the game. Me too. I would never go on it in real life, but I love the way it looks. I love the way it moves. I'm really excited to add it to Planet Coaster 2.
We've had a look at some of the creative tools coming, and I touched on some of the new management features with the facilities and the new shop earlier. But we've got some new ones. We've got other ones, haven't we?
Yeah, as part of the water parks, we have water filtration. So you need to make sure that these pools that are being used by our guests stay nice and clean. Over time, as the pools get busier and busier, they're going to get dirtier and dirtier. So you need to make sure you have a water filtration system in place for your pools and your flumes. And then on your coasters, your rides and your facilities, we have a power system as well. So you need to make sure there's enough power for them to keep running and for your guests to use them.
And they'll need maintaining as well.
Exactly. You need to make sure you've got
Can't let them run out.
that spine, that essential part of running a park is the staff.
Yeah.
So making sure you have all of the appropriate staff in place, enough of them as well, make sure they're happy, paid well, and keep their morale high. But your power and your water need to have mechanics. As do your rides, make sure they're being serviced and repaired if they break down. We've seen our lifeguards in action in our pool already. This park needs more janitors.
I was about to
It's
say,
a very dirty park.
I'm sure lots of people are saying, you need janitors in your park, Adam. And I do. Perhaps I need to hire a few more in.
Exactly. We need to make
a few
sure we've
more
got
bins about as
more
well.
bins in there. So the janitors to clean your park, make sure guests are enjoying a nice clean park. No one wants to be in a park full of litter. We have vendors for your shops. Make sure they stay open so your guests can buy their food, their drink, their souvenirs. We have ride attendants. Make sure that your rides and your coasters and your flumes stay open so your guests can keep on using them. And we have our wonderful selection of entertainers, of mascots, and we have some new ones in Planet Coaster 2 as well.
Let's have a sneak peek at Queen Splash. Introducing
Queen Splash.
Queen Splash.
We've been enjoying this deep dive in our more traditional camera view, but I think we should enjoy that coaster you've been customizing. I think we can enjoy that first person and kind of really see what the guests are going to feel as well as they go around your park.
Of course, it's not just your roller coasters you'll be able to experience in first-person mode. You'll be able to experience all of your flat rides and also your water flumes as well, including that very impressive-looking raft flume we saw earlier. I can imagine going down that fly trap in the hot seat is going to be quite the experience.
In this deep dive, we've just been giving you an overview of what's going to be possible in Planet Coaster 2, bringing those amazing water park visuals to the game with those, as you say, those amazing flumes and slides in their pieces. We've got our new creative tools. We have new themes and the ability to customize those rides and those coaster cars as well.
Next up, we'll have a look at the tools that you'll be using to create these parks, and we can't wait to show you more. Thank you so much for watching.
There we go. That is a first look at some of the gameplay for Planet Coaster 2. That was great, right? Very, very cool stuff. But we've got the stars of the show with us in the studio. White Choppies, Adam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, Rich. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you for having me.
Hello. Thank you very much for having us on.
Really excited. First time actually having you on a sofa. That sounds weird, chat. Don't make it weird, chat. But really excited to have you here. And we're going to do something really special, actually, because we're going to be playing a build of the game, right?
We are,
So you've just seen some of the deep dive stuff. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. But thank you even more, because we're going to play the game live, chat.
Live.
So as we're chatting, obviously we're going to throw some questions at you. I think you've got some questions from the community.
I've got a few questions, yeah.
I'm just going to be fanboying over here, just asking random stuff. But we're going to be showing you a build of the game, which might be on the screen now. But producer Adam, you can probably flick us to some of the gameplay. So some bits to point out, if I can put my teeth in. It is, as I've said, a development build. So, and this is a live show, chat. So I've just seen someone put wow. So it's live, right? This is live. So if anything goes wrong, it's because it's live, and it will blame
My lectern in front of me to show that it is live.
It is live, and it is a development build. So if you might see things that don't work absolutely perfectly, it's because we're still working on the game. And the eagle-eyed of you might spot a timer in the top left-hand corner. Now that is because this is actually going to be a build we're taking to Gamescom.
Yes, this is the Gamescom demo that you'll be able to play if you're lucky enough to come to the show.
So there we go, exclusively. We are going to be in Germany, we're going to be at Gamescom. If you are at the show, you'll be able to go hands-on with this, so very, very excited.
Play the game.
Right, shall we get in? So we're going to let Adam freewheel, just do some stuff as he's going around. And then Rich, I'm going to start with an easy question. Obviously, we had the wonderful tease and announcement of Planet Coaster 2. How was it for the team after a long time to see the reaction?
It's amazing. One of the greatest moments you have is announcing the game and showing everyone what you've been working on and kind of getting everyone hyped for getting that hype train going on the tracks. And it was great. The team really, I love seeing all of the amazing reactions to what we've been working on. So.
It was very nice to see a lot of the things people saying, please, 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 have water parks, have water parks. And you were like, we know, we're doing it, we're doing it.
It's been like really tough. You've been like, for all these times you've been in development, you're like, we know this is coming, we know it's going to be so exciting when they see what we're doing, and it was great to see that kind of mirrored back to us.
All the conspiracy theories that we saw, people being like, there needs to be something, please, and then
there it was, you delivered.
It happened, finally.
And delivered with aplomb. That's a word I don't use that often.
Yeah, the announced trailer and everyone and the creative services team that put that together have made such a great trailer, and it was great to see.
And it's great. And also, I think a lot of our fans are noticing now as I'm sort of scrolling around, that trailer's using the engine as well.
Yeah.
Right? What you're seeing is what you're getting. There's no trickery here. We're doing some stuff, and I think you're gonna pop down a coaster. It looks like.
I'm gonna pop down one of our new blueprint coasters. Just rotate it around there, get it snapped to the edge, and then we can test that. Once that's tested, then I can open it.
So that's it. You just popped it down. So
simple as that. Yeah.
So I look. And
there's a lot to take in. In 3 steps.
It was very quick.
There's a lot to take in and what actually that means for Planet Coaster 2. It's quite incredible.
And
really
that's something that we kind of forget to remind ourselves about, is all these improvements and things that we've added to the game, what that means to our community, the people who play Planet Coaster and potentially seeing what we're doing. This is a pre-built roller coaster. It has paths in the blueprint.
Yeah.
Which is a big step.
Yeah, huge.
It's not something that you kind of like, we've done this, we move on to all these amazing new things, but this is a big thing. We've got paths in blueprints. It's now super easy for you to choose a coaster blueprint, put it down and connect it up against your paths.
And building a park is going to be, it'll be quick, right? And allow players to be super creative when they want to and sweat the details when they want to sweat the details, right?
Exactly that, yeah. You're seeing here is at the front, what you're talking there, Arthur, is the sort of detail in which you can create these gates to the coasters. It comes with a blueprint, but that's been made using tools in the game. So
Now I watched people going a bit crazy when we were going through the deep dive about some of the tools you can do to customize stuff, and we'll go into that. We'll do a bit more later on. We'll customize one of the rides to show you, because it's honestly, chat, when you see, if you were going mad at the deep dive, you'll go even crazier when you see the sort of stuff you can do. It's really, really cool. So we're going to pop another coaster down now. One of the things that the community have asked about is pathing.
Yeah, pathing. Pathing is a big thing. So I know that a lot of people were desperate to find out whether the pathing has been made easier.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big takeaways of the feedback we had from the first game, was that the pathing system, making it more usable and quick to build the things that you want to build. And in Planet Coaster 2, we've taken a long look at those tools and making it a lot easier for you to build those long tracks of path, and also adding things like plazas and tools that allow you to build those more open spaces for your parks, because that's something you see in real life theme parks. There's a lot of open areas, there's a lot of overlaying of different types of brickwork, and adding tools that allow you to create that visual, which is, we're inspired by real life theme parks, real life water parks now as well, of those experiences that you have in real life, and we want to mirror that back in games. So a lot more tools on creating these kind of open areas as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we had a look at popping down the ride seems very, very easy. Can you do that with flumes as well? Is that a possibility? Is it just the same?
And not only do you can have flume blueprints, but you can also have pooled blueprints that include flumes.
Oh,
so I'm going all kind of meta and layered up.
A combo.
But for example, we have this flume pooled combo, which I can choose to just slot into my plaza area there. And that then brings in a functioning flume, which all I need to do is test that to get that open. You can see our flume test dummies.
Yeah, I love these little plastic board sort of things. Yeah.
Coasters. And then the pool is there available to be used by the guests. They can use the sun lounges that are part of this blueprint. You can flexi colour the umbrellas around it.
They don't match.
So if I wanted to match them into the red and yellow, I can do that. I can open it up. We've got all the flexi colour options available.
And again, just how easy you did that. You just double clicked on it, right? And you're
Just-
straight
yeah,
into
exactly that. Yep. And these
editing
will
that.
be blueprints that I can create myself, or that you can get from the in-game workshop as well.
Yeah.
You know, all the incredible content creators out there that we've seen from Planet Coaster 1. I can't wait to see what they build with this.
I played a lot of Planet Coaster 1 with my now wife and one of my best friends. We'd play it online. We'd all be in a chat playing Planet Coaster 1. And just we would often try and build really elaborate parks, and we forgot about the workshop. And there was really talented people out there that make really cool things. And we were like, I'm spending hours trying to make a bar. And there's 10 of them in the workshop. So we can't wait to see with the tools that you guys have made for Planet Coaster 2, what our players will be able to do. Which I guess kind of brings on to, and we're going to show some of the customizable options in a second. This is a full rebuild of everything, right?
Yeah.
So one of the questions we get asked a lot about is like, can we bring over saves? But I'm guessing because of how much has changed, it's unlikely we'll bring over saves, right?
It's a no on that one. Planet Coaster, it's a brand new game. We've built a lot of new systems and kind of all the themes from scratch. So all of your saves, your workshop creations won't be able to transfer to Planet Coaster 2. We do have the workshop. We have all of the ways that we had in Planet Coaster 1 of creating blueprints, creating parks, and sharing those with players, with other community members. But we'll also have in Planet Coaster 2 cross-platform workshops.
Which is really cool.
So
Yeah.
PC players, if you're making a cool blueprint and you want to share that with Chantel, who's on Xbox, you'll be able to do that in Planet Coaster 2. So it's a clean slate to begin with, but we've got wonderful tools and new content for you to build. As Adam said, we've got our coaster blueprints, we've got pool blueprints, we've got all of these new types of blueprints that you'll be able to make as well, including...
And brand new types of blueprints, right?
Yes,
Rich?
right. That was the very...
Look at that segue. You guys have done this before, haven't you?
We've worked together a lot.
So what we're looking at is, so this is, we're going to put, you're going to do the thing. You're going to do the thing.
I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to do the thing that I love to do, to show off that sheer kind of creative power that these tools give. Of course, we want to provide a kind of vanilla version of the flat ride, just because you might want to then change it yourself. So we have a brand new ride, Planet Coaster 2 as well, the Monsoon Chute here, which is in its kind of vanilla form. Looks great, looks fantastic. I can still choose to place the entrances and exits exactly how I want to, so I have that creative freedom if I want to kind of build from a sort of blank slate. But we also now have blueprints for flat rides.
And this is the same flat ride, but just customised with all this. Look at this. It just blew my mind when you showed me this. Only this afternoon, because I saw the other one, the flywheel one you showed me first. I didn't see this one. This is incredible.
And then, so that's using our aquatic theme.
Yep.
And then we also have one to show off the resort theme. And just kind of how different they can look.
This is chef's kiss.
Yeah. So again, a new thing for Planet Coaster 2 is flat ride blueprints. So you can now create those blueprints, include the ride and scenery that is dressed around your ride, and any scenery that's attached to your ride, which again, new feature for Planet Coaster 2. And I love the Monsoon Chute. It's my favourite new ride. I love all of my rides equally. But there is some that I like more than others.
Right.
And it was a new ride that we've added for the game, and for me, it's got that nice linkage to both kind of sides of Planet Coaster 2. It's kind of a hard, mechanical ride, but it's also got that water element as well. It has a wonderful effect as all of that water comes splooshing up. Again, technical term, that one.
Splooshing up. Yeah, there we go.
And like the coasters we saw before, because these blueprints have got the entrance exit placed already, all I do is open it.
And it's ready to go.
There's an attendant there ready to man it, and then guests can jump on that. I've placed it in the middle of a plaza, which you'll notice is a new thing. We've got these plazas, we can just plonk. Plonk's a very technical term.
Again,
I'm adding my glossary of technical terms here.
Plonk it right in the middle of the plaza, connects
yeah.
all up, and then guests can enjoy those rides.
Perfect. And I've noticed if you zoom on the middle one, there's moving parts on a moving part.
There's
am I
moving
seeing that
parts
correctly?
on a moving part. Yes, it's not just the static kind of frames of flat rides. There'll be. I'm sure we'll look at this in future deep dives. There's highlighted areas around it, and then if you attach it to that area, it moves with the animation as well. So here you've got animated prop piece that then will move.
Yeah, a submarine arm sort of things, aren't they? Yeah.
Exactly, with the pieces that goes up.
Yeah, I can't. But honestly, looking at the three next to each other, you would just think that they're entirely separate entities. But it's just the creativity that will just go. It will go crazy with it, especially with our community as well. Seeing those, and then add them to blueprints for people to share.
Exactly that.
Talking of sharing,
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Learning.
Guys, we're
We're learning.
they're learning from
Not
us.
their first rodeo.
Right, it's
Not
too late
their
to
first
learn.
rodeo.
Keep going in between.
One of the things
Co-op.
that's people have asked us questions about is the co-op, right, that we've mentioned. So how does the co-op work? And can you elaborate a bit more on that?
A bit like, as you mentioned earlier, when you were playing with your then
Now wife.
now wife,
Now wife, yeah.
then not wife,
Yes.
is in Planet Coaster 2, you'll be able to work on your parks asynchronously. So I call it Pass the Park,
Yeah.
which is my loose term to describe it. So cross-platform in sandbox mode and franchise mode. So in sandbox mode, you can use your friends to create collaboration lists. So you take turns with that park. So I might work on it, I'll finish saving it, I'll upload it to the cloud. God bless the mythical cloud.
That is
then-
a technical term.
That is, yeah.
We used the first technical word. Well done, everyone.
And then you can download it, update it, and then you'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
And in franchise mode, it's a very similar way of working together in your franchises. You'll be able to build lots of different parks and then compete with other franchises on challenges. They're going to be time-based. So it's like a leaderboard of you trying to create a park that might have a very high daily income. So you're trying to work together, build a park that has a daily income, submit it to the challenge and see where your franchise's park ranks against other franchises. Again, cross-platform as well. So.
I'm really excited for this because the three of us used to play Planet Coaster 1 just on mic to each other. So it's obviously myself, my wife, and one of our very good friends, Cam. We'd all do different parts. So generally really good at building rides. I'm very much into the sort of experiential part. So I like to build themed areas.
Yeah.
So I guess now with this, I can let Jen build the rides and then hand over to me, and I can then theme around them and make it like whatever theme I want it to be, right? So that for me is really, really cool.
Yeah, exactly. It allows you to lean into your strengths of how you play the game or the bits that you're really good at. Definitely.
Or completely mess up your friends.
Yes.
Your friends' rights as well.
And we have
I'd be
version.
kicking you out of my franchise real quick. I'm just going to say.
And we have tools in place like version control, so you can roll back if anyone does anything nefarious to any of your parks, and then like ban them for life. And, you know,
The Chantel key, that is. That's going to be like...
there's a button. It's a Chantel button.
Chaos.
Has your part been Chantel'd? Yes, it has. Right, okay, then you can roll it back. I've watched Adam been doing some bits and bobs in the past, but one of the questions that comes up a lot, I guess, is about the complexity, and will there be a complexity meter in the game? Do you want to talk a bit more about this so our players understand what we're going to have in the game, what's not going to be in the game?
So, players on PC will not have a complex limit.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to play the game as much as you want, as much as your PC can handle. Those of you that are playing on console, so Xbox or PlayStation, there will be a complex limit. It's there to protect you. It keeps you a nice, smooth experience, and ensures that you're just having a wonderful time playing the game. But
Go for it. You carry on.
because of things like the sharing of parks, there will be a consideration for PC players to be aware of their limits, so that if they're sharing with people that are collaborating on platforms, the consoles, or in franchise mode, they can see what their current version is on PC, so they're not creating a park that the console players cannot open. Hopefully I explain
It
that
makes
simply
sense,
enough. But if you play just PC, if you just want a PC and you don't want to engage in any of the online aspects, you can just have one full time. Or if your franchise is just PC players, you can have that as well. But it's when we cross from one platform to the other that we have to bring the limit in. And if you're just on console as well.
Cool. But also for those of you that have played any of the other Planet games, so Planet Zoo on console, you'll know the complexity meter, what it's there for, and the depth you can still go into these parks, right? It's there for you to give you the best experience of your game, right? And that's it. And you can still make some pretty insane parks. And we're very confident that you'll be able to do that with Planet Coaster 2.
We do also want to say, chat is going absolutely crazy about the paths. They are
I did
loving
that
the
on purpose.
pathing.
Were you doing that?
Did
while
you
we
do
were
it whilst I was
talking?
chatting? While you were talking, I just thought I'll just drop a little thing in the background,
little
see what
path.
happens. And I took the opportunity to build the condor out the back here, the fight of the condor, and I just very quickly connected the entrance path to the main network using just
Sly
one of the
Fox.
new path tools. I just thought I'd see.
Do we have any other new tools, maybe?
We do have a few other new tools. We have, for example, the draw tool, which allows me
Steady on, chat. Brace yourselves.
to draw these lovely big plaza-style areas, just like that.
Just like that.
And that can then be connected up using the tool that you'll just saw me
They're
sneak
very
in.
happy.
So
I'm
they're
very
so
confident
good.
we'd have just made a path building game and we'd have been okay. We could have just made that. We'd have been all right.
all the way, and then I could just connect it up to that one over there. There we go.
So simple.
It's really,
But
really simple.
You can also do the traditional tools as well if you want to. If you want to go like piece by piece, you can still
we
do
have,
that,
we
right?
have
So your
classic
bars
path
if you
tool
want
as well,
to.
and we also another big one is the stamp tool as well, allowing me to quickly place down these kind of geometric shapes across the grid if I want to.
And you can do this with pools as well, right? You can do this with pools as well.
You can, yeah.
You
Very
can-
similar tools for paths and pools. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot there. And chat are very happy with that. It's still, there's lots of stuff going on here. Okay, we've shown you some paths, and Adam's doing that in the background. So I wondered why chat was sort of blurring my eye. Just this thing happening over here that something's happened. Not sure what we said. One of the things that came up, and I guess it was just us showing off because authenticity is very important to us. And people were asking us about hotels. They thought they spied a hotel. But we just want to show let's explain what these are,
so
right?
the resort theme is really good at allowing you to build things that are...
Stop having fun, Adam. Stop doing that.
Can look like hotels, but it's there to allow you to build this kind of Main Street feel as well that you have in theme parks, where it's very facade-based.
Yeah.
So there aren't any hotels in Planet Coaster 2, but this theme is really good at creating those kind of those big, tall areas that can give the impression of hotels, apartment blocks, anything like that, really. They're just...
That give you that authentic feel to a park where, you know, we've all been, well, not we've all been, but I went to Alton Towers recently. There's a little, got a hot dog, a rollover hot dog from a big crooked house, but it wasn't really a real big crooked house. It was it was all part of that facade of that theme, that area, you know, so that allows you to create these lovely facades for your shops here as well.
And I also love the way you've done it. So can you spin around the back of it again? 'Cause I love how it's all like, it's proper like the movie set style stuff. I really love all this. It's really, really cool.
Because it's not about what we're seeing here, it's about what your guests are going to experience. And that's what you have in real life as well. It's what you're seeing whilst you're walking around.
And we saw a lot of that from Planet Coaster 1, where people wanted to build an authentic, real-life looking park, not a fancy park, but they actually wanted to lean into the air conditioning units and the ducts and all that sort of stuff. So that's that's the point.
All right, I'm just conscious of time, and your time is precious because you've got lots of work to do. However, I did want us to show a little bit about customising a ride, because I think I think this is. I mean,
I was showing them
if you like
customising park
paths,
colours in
chat,
the background, but we'll leave that one just hanging.
Oh, what were you doing? You
I
showing?
just showed them the different colours.
Oh, well, sorry, you have to wait for the next deep dive for that. Sorry, Rachel will kill us if we say too much. But this is something that I think you're going to like. So this is us customising, or say us, it's the royal us.
It's mostly Adam.
It's mostly Adam who's going to customise the coaster, right? So talk us through what you're doing here, Adam, and then let's chat, work out what they can do.
Yeah, let me. Shall I scroll back a little bit just for a second? I clicked on the Splinter coaster that I placed down earlier. Clicked on customization. We have the other colours that we're used to, but we have this new option, attaching scenery, which then opens up the scenery browser, filtered down to the non-grid based pieces.
Yeah.
It's all non-grid based pieces that you can attach to scenery. To rides. I've searched for light because I quite like the hanging one we said, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then here, this was the highlight I was talking about earlier, where if I place it anywhere, even slightly offset to the main model, with that highlight, it will animate with that section of the car.
Nice.
So you can use the advanced
it's really powerful.
move
You
to
can
tweak
you can
it,
sort
or
of
move it further away, or just really fine tune it.
And we've seen how people in the office use this, and also, you know, like I say, creating that offset, because that you might be able to create some interesting things with that, you know, with not attaching it directly to it. But let's take it to this. Excuse me. From the side here, we've got all our advanced moves.
Yep.
We've got the scaling. Which we've briefly spoken about.
And this scaling isn't just for when you're putting customization on coasters and rides. This will apply to the scenery piece just out in the park wherever you want it as well.
So
it's
you can customise your trees if you want to. You can have a big palm tree, a little palm tree, all that sort of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all in there. Change the lighting.
Change that colour there. I could change the light as well. And then, of course, well, not of course, I take it for granted. Let's place that bit down. I want it on this side, but I want to do it quickly and easily, so I can just click the options section. I can select symmetry type for mirrored, and then that appears. If I do move the original, it will update in real time as well.
This is honestly, when I saw you doing this, I was like, "Wow, stop!
And,
what are you doing?"
I can also choose to put it on all the other cars in the train.
Yeah.
Again, moving it, moves everything in a great big conga line. And if you can see the train in the background, I can ask for it to affect all the trains on this coaster,
Yeah.
and it will attach them to there. Again, let's do the little conga line of everything. Technical term again, conga line.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you say that's it. Oh, that's it. And that's
I've just
it.
undone all my changes as well because I didn't actually accept it.
Oh, okay.
You saw it.
It's
You
fine.
saw
But I
it.
mean, I think I speak for everyone. I cannot wait to see what people do with these coasters because the coasters themselves are fantastic. And of course, you can build your own coaster if you want to build your own coaster. Right?
Absolutely,
that
yeah.
is not
Yeah.
been removed from the game. You can still
yeah.
sit there and create your own coaster and then do
Exactly.
all of that to the
Still
coaster,
got-
right?
Adam had applied some lamps very quickly, but
Yeah.
you've got all of the different scenery pieces you can attach to it. You can also attach scenery blueprints to coasters as well.
Yeah.
This morning, I put a big rock setup with some trees on it onto a coaster and just watched it go up and around. And it just filled me with joy at this wonderful game that we're making. And I can do things really quickly and silly, but the community will be using these tools for amazing things.
I will probably get told off for this, but when I walk into the office and see our CEO attaching a giant animated fish to a roller coaster and watching it do loop the loops, you know you're in a good space. You know you're in a good space.
Yeah.
And everyone's laughing and joking and smiling about it because we're just making a game with some creative people and it's going to be fun. I don't know if we've got time to show any more stuff. I'm super conscious of your time. Can we show one of the mascots?
Oh, of
Just
course.
one of the
Yeah,
mascots.
yeah,
Add a new mascot
absolutely.
in there.
Take your pick.
But chat, look, as Adam does that,
go
I just
over
want to go through
here.
and say we've only barely scratched the surface to show you just some of the huge amount of creative tools we have for our players. We're bringing water parks and coasters together. Authenticity remains. He's just hanging in the air. There he is.
Cigar is the greatest.
We have
Cigar,
so
we
much
also
more to
have-
talk about.
Bodie.
Bodie the shark. Yeah, Bodie's cool.
We've got the diver.
Now, to me, there's this cool thing about the diver, right? You were telling us before.
Yeah,
He's
we
got-
try and come up with these little stories to some of the mascots to help for inspiration and concepting. And with the diver, the idea is that he's deep sea exploration. He's trying to capture photos of creatures under the sea. The creature he's trying to find is actually on his tank behind him, and every now and then it will like jump over and taunt him that I'm here the whole time. And it's just like those fun little stories we give our mascots, and I love that one on the diver.
Yeah.
Just,
And of
And
course,
of
we've
course,
seen it
we'd be
before,
remiss
but
to not. Yeah,
we
and there
have
is
to add
Spring
in.
Behind
Splash.
us.
There we go.
Splash.
There we go. Guys, look, thank you so much. I know the next deep dive we're going to go into the creativity, and you guys are hard at work. For those in chat, thank you so much for your love and support for the game. This is just a taster, and this again was a live build. So this is
Live
the game
build, in development.
in development.
Development build, but yeah.
It already looks fantastic. If you're going to Gamescom, you will be able to do all this stuff that Adam's just done at our stand, but we will have a timer because I'm guessing it's going to be pretty busy. So you'll come and see us at Gamescom.
Yeah.
It's been great. Rich, Adam, thank you
you.
so
Amazing.
much
Thank
for
you very
coming
much
on.
for having us on.
I know you guys are busy, so I think to play us out, we should run the trailer one more time so you can get off and do what you got to do.
Get
Thank you so
out of
much.
it.
guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
you.
Then again,
When I walk outside with my head in the clouds, everywhere I go, I keep